Chapter 1. Winnie Willis, known the world over as Winnie the Horse Gentler, breezes into the lead on her famous Arabian, the Great Knickers. 3 more jumps and the Grand National Championship title will be hers. A hush falls over the crowd as horse and rider approach the fallen log hurdle. They canter in straight. They're up and over. Now they circle left, the tall, short, dark-haired girl flowing as one with her white mare. Knickers strides for the bush hurdle. Winnie is the only rider ever to jump bareback in this event. The powerful horse gathers strength in her haunches. No hesitation. They charge. They leap. Yes! A clean jump. And the crowd goes wild. "Winnie!" Lizzie's voice reached the pasture, jerking me back to reality. I brought Knickers down to a trot and stroked her neck under her flowing white mane. "Good girl. Almost had it, didn't we?" I eyed the big hedge, the last jump in my imaginary steeplechase, the open country horse race over nature's hurdles. I wouldn't have tried Knickers over the hedge anyway. My Arabian is the best horse in the universe, but she's not a hunter. Hunters are horses born to jump anything they come up against. The 5-foot hedge would have been pushing it for Knickers. But I had to wonder what it would feel like. "Winnie!" Lizzie called again, stepping back from the fence as I rode into the paddock and slid off Knickers. My sister collects lizards, admires bugs, and lately has developed a fondness for spiders. But she can't stand horses. It's her only fault. "Richard Spidle called, Winnie. Winifred should have been here to clean stalls hours ago," he said. "I told him school had only been out an hour, and his watch must be broken because you were really only 15 minutes late, and would he like me to give him the name of a super watchmaker? Meaning our dad, of course. Can Dad fix watches? So he said he didn't have time to talk with little girls, like I was one, and he was the president or something, so I said, 'Thanks, Lizzie.'" I had to stop her, or I really would be hours late. Lizzie talks faster than a trotter trots. She's 11, a year younger than me, but taller and minus my freckles. Lizzie still wore her school clothes, a fall green shirt that matched her eyes and my eyes, and twill pants like most kids in my middle school wore. I still wore my school clothes, but only because they were the same as my riding clothes, jeans and a t-shirt. "It stinks that you have to shovel manure for the Spidles again, and on a perfectly good Friday afternoon." Lizzie handed me the soft bristled brush and backed away again. I shrugged. The Spidles own every big business in Ashland, Ohio. Pizza Mart, A-Mart department store, Pet Mart, and Stable Mart, their sorry excuse for a horse stable. Back when we lived in Wyoming, my mom had a real ranch where we gentled horses. But after Mom died, Dad sold the ranch. Then we moved eastward, zigzagging across the I-states, Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa, and finally landing in Ashland, Ohio, where I hoped to spend my whole 7th grade year. The first thing I'd done to help was get a job mucking stalls at Spidle's Stable Mart. Since then, though, I'd started my own horse gentling business, putting to good use everything Mom had taught me, and I'd quit my mucking job. But it was the first day of fall, and I hadn't had a new client since Labor Day. So, since most people put off horse training until spring, I'd gone back to mucking at Spidle's. "It's not so bad, Lizzie." I brushed Knickers' white coat against the grain, then smoothed it back down. "Winnie the Horse Gentler is still in business. I just don't want Dad to have to pay for Knickers' upkeep all winter." Tawako, my friend Hawk's Appaloosa, whinnied from the field, wondering what was taking Knickers so long. "I couldn't keep charging Hawk gentling fees for Tawako," I explained, "and the boarding fees won't carry us to spring."